Hey there, thanks for stopping by. It's the first time you've been here. I'm just trying my luck with these high yield funds from YieldMax. Right now I have a couple. I have MSTY, better known as MSTY. I got about $2,500 in that and about $350 in YMAX. Now YMAX pays weekly dividends and MSTY pays monthly dividends. You can see as of June 21st, 2025, I got about $2,900 total in a tax sheltered account, a Roth IRA. I'm up about 14%. I'm using no margin at all. It's just all cash. And I've been doing this since of April or May of last year, so about 13 or so months. And I first started off with a brokerage account that was fully taxable. And you can see the progress I had in 2024 using a lot of margin. I had about $5,000 worth of dividends. And you can see all the way up through Liberation Day, early April or so, I kept on increasing my dividends per month, but the market was really choppy up and down. And of course, Liberation Day. That's when I decided to liquidate my brokerage account and start over, so to speak, in a Roth IRA that was tax sheltered and go a lot slower, a lot more deliberately, put a little bit more thought in how I would do this. No more chunk buying thousands of dollars, but just slowly adding to these positions. And I only have those two positions. So far about $4,700 in dividends this year. And you can see in June right now, about $135, May, 191. And then when I started, about $88. My bulk of dividends in my Roth IRA are with the YieldMax funds. And so let's take a look at what happened with these guys on June 20th, 2025. Again, the two funds, MSTY was up 9 cents and then YMAX was up 3 cents. Now that $2,500 of MSTY translates to about 123 shares and the $350 of YMAX about 26 shares. And then if we take a closer look at each position, you can see MSTY finished the day at $20.64. The 123 shares, now you can see my average cost about $17.63. And since I've opened this position in December or so, I'm up about 17%. And taking a look at YMAX, it's just a really small position. You can see the 26 shares there. On Friday, it finished up 3 pennies, finishing at $13.38. There's an average cost of $13.43. I'm waiting on those little bit small dividends. I think I earned about $4 to be reinvested in this Fidelity portfolio. The total gain or loss, I'm down 0.3%. And if we take even a closer look right there, I'll let you pause and you can look at all the stats yourself. But overall, missed the up 17%, but overall, I'm up 14.65%. Again, you can see the quantity of shares and the average cost per share, the cost basis versus the current value, so on and so forth. And I have no idea if these funds are going to survive long term, but I'm going to play with them right now. And I'm thinking my next play, what should I do? I'm thinking ULTY. And let me explain why I'm going to purchase, a handful of shares here, $50, $100 at a time. Let's take a look at ULTY. All right now, all these trading at $6.20, down 7 cents this past Friday. And if you look at long term, or let's say the past year, you can see that this thing just looks like a dog. But when it started after Liberation Day, and again, it was monthly dividend payout, now it's weekly, you can kind of see it stabilize. It's kind of holding in this low $6 range while producing dividends of what? Anywhere from like 8 to 10 cents. And it's fairly cheap at $6. So I'm thinking purchasing $50, $100 at a time, kind of build this up slowly. It's nothing outrageous, just to see how it looks so I can track it short term. And hopefully this could be a long-term player. But again, YieldMax, these are high-risk funds. We don't know. I like to be positive return. I want my capital and I want the dividends. It's been hard for YieldMax these first couple of years to produce that. I think MSTY and a few others are the only ones to have done that, to keep their capital while paying you those distributions. So we'll see this next business week. But again, it's Sunday, June 22nd. We just bombed Israel. War might be imminent, but who knows? If you look at the MSTY position, which is related to Bitcoin, which is related to strategies, AK MicroStrategies, the Bitcoin, it's now under 100,000. So on Monday, I know MSTY or MSTY is probably going to take a hit unless there's some other news that comes out that pumps that up. So I'm being prepared for my MSTY to go down quite a bit. It was, 105 on Friday, 106, somewhere in that range. So it might even go down further today being Sunday. But anyway, I digress. Ulti seems to be a play for me, at least just to start off, $50 or $100. So again, this is about $3,000 in a Roth IRA. I can't withdraw until I'm 59 and a half. I'm 53 right now. So again, it's a big, long, slow play for me to see if these are going to work during the next few months and then the rest of this year and then so forth long term until about 59 and a half if I need to use these funds to survive. So the goal is just to slowly increase high yield dividend funds and see where I can go. Again, I want to be positive, meaning I hate losing my capital while getting distributions. It's just giving your own money back. And so I'm going to watch you slowly. Now, when you do reinvest into these funds, it lowers your average cost because you're buying a few shares here and there at a zero cost basis. So that helps tax wise. So a lot of things to think about. I only have those two funds, YMAX and MSTY. You can see MSTY is about 88% of the high yield funds that I do have. Again, just those two. And so again, the overall goal is just to slow play these things. If you're like me and you're in your early 50s, mid 50s, hell, maybe you're in your 40s and you're trying to create some extra income when the time comes to retire or the 59 and a half year age, hey, make sure to click subscribe, like the video, all that crap. And as always, folks, I'm going to see you in the next video.